Everything you want is buried in the grind nobody sees. And if you skip that part, you will regret it more than any failure you have ever had. Stay with me and I'll show you why. You've been told, without anyone saying it outright, that the goal is to get there faster, move quicker, cut the corner, find the cheat code. We live in a world that glorifies shortcuts. Lose weight in 30 days, build a 7-figure business by Friday, reinvent yourself in a single post. The problem is, you only see the shiny part. You don't see the bill, and every shortcut comes with one. The currency, it's not money, it's not even your time, it's your self-respect. When you skip the grind, you skip the part that builds the muscle, the bone-deep knowing that you can figure it out. Without that, every win feels like luck, and luck is fragile. I want you to think about the last time you wondered, does any of this even matter? You can fake it for a while, line up the quick wins, post them, share them, pretend that the likes mean you're getting somewhere. But when the applause fades, all that's left is the truth. Did you really build something or just keep yourself busy enough to avoid the real work? The rep you skip today is tomorrow's regret. It's the book you didn't write, the conversation you avoided, the courage you couldn't summon. But here's the part no one tells you. The reps you do in the dark, they stay, they're yours. They become the unshakable parts of you no one can take away. I learned this the hard way. When I moved to Thailand for university, I thought I was stepping into freedom, and I was. No curfew, no one looking over my shoulder, a whole new country, a whole new chapter. My uncle, and I say this with deep gratitude, was the only reason I could even be there. He covered my tuition, my board, my food. But one day, he found out I had bought a motorcycle. And that's when life handed me a choice. He said I could return the bike and he would cover the cancellation fees and I would get to keep my full stipend. Or I could keep the bike, but from then on, I would have to cover my own expenses for travel, fun, hobbies, etc. That was the moment I learned something about life. It will hand you choices that shape you more than any easy yes ever will. I kept the bike, and just like that, I had to figure out how to make it work. Some months, I was 10 days from payment with nothing in my bank account. But the bike, it wasn't optional. It was my only way to my job at the technical college, and that job was what enabled the lifestyle I wanted. It was the grind within the grind, the thing that was both necessary and making my life harder. So, I ironed clothes for lecturers, I did gardening, I taught English, and I studied full-time. There was no Instagram in this, no look at me moments, just sweat, sun, and this quiet voice inside saying, don't quit yet, see what you're capable of. And there's the truth I need you to hear. That season, those invisible reps in the dark, that's what will build you. I didn't just survive that season. I built the muscle for everything that came after. And that muscle is what carried me through heartbreak, betrayal, and rebuilding my own life from scratch. Not because it was glamorous, but because I proved to myself that if I stayed willing and stayed open, opportunities would find me. You can do the same. You have your own version of Thailand, your own crossroad moments where life has handed you a choice. Maybe it's right now. Maybe you're standing at the edge of something that feels impossible, but you know walking away will cost you more in the long run. The easy thing? Quit. The brave thing? Keep going. And I'm not talking about pushing for the sake of pushing. I'm talking about deciding you are responsible for your own rescue. That's what the grind is. That's what building in the dark is. Active participation in your own rescue mission. And no one else can do it for you. There comes a day when you realize you're just tired of just getting through the day. I hit that point in Thailand. I'd already proved I could survive. But what I wanted next wasn't survival. It was growth. It was becoming the kind of person who could hold more than I had before. That's when the grind changes. It stops being about proving them wrong and starts being about proving yourself right. That shift from survival to building is what created the Reinstel Framework, not as a brand, not as a pretty phrase, as scaffolding for real life. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being willing to reflect, to see yourself without the filter, even when the truth stings more than any critic, willing to inspire yourself when hope is just a whisper and motivation feels like a stranger, willing to strengthen, to build habits out of rubble, to say yes to the hard work even when no one notices, willing to elevate, to measure your progress not by someone else's applause but by your own compass, and willing to connect not just with others but with the still beating heart inside of you. That's the mindset shift. The grind builds from within. Nobody sees that. They only see the results. Think back to your Thailand, the season that tested you, the days no one saw. That's the place where self-respect is forged. It's not in the applause, it's in the invisible reps, the ones you do when you could walk away but don't. And here's the kicker. When you finally step into the light, people will only see the result. They won't see the grind. They won't see the days you almost gave up. But you will. And that's what will make you unshakable. So tonight, before you sleep, don't count the followers, don't count the applause, count the reps, the invisible ones, the ones no one will ever thank you for. Write them down, feel them in your chest, let them be enough. Because if you keep moving, even in the dark, even with your scars, you're not just surviving, you are becoming. And one day, they will only see you win, but you will know you were built in the dark. If you have made it this far into the video, thank you for being here and thank you for staying with me. Please subscribe, please like, please share. This will help me grow the channel and be able to reach more people with the new message of how we can change our lives by just changing our mindset. If you have questions or topics that you would like covered in future episodes, drop them in the comments. If you've got questions on this episode, also drop them in the comments and I'll respond to them. Thank you. Please subscribe, please share. See you in the next one.